Welcome to Korell Chronicles, a Foundation Galactic Frontier series, the show where we dive deep into the world of gaming. I'm your host, Sam Asovia, and each week, we bring together voices from across the gaming community, moderators, game masters, developers, and passionate players to share insights, stories, and experiences from our game, Foundation Galactic Frontier. Whether you're a seasoned gamer or just starting your journey, our discussions will explore everything related to our game and the expansive Foundation universe. Join us as we connect the dots between developers and players, fostering a dialogue that enhances the gaming experience for everyone. Let's jump into the conversation.
Welcome. This is where we take sources you're interested in, explore them, really get into them to give you that shortcut to being well-informed. Today, we're diving into Foundation Galactic Frontier, and we're doing it through the eyes of someone deep in the community. Liannin, she's a veteran player, a dedicated Discord moderator, and you shared her insights with us. So we're going to explore her journey, how she found the game, her hopes for it. And this is all based on a real exchange. So it's a genuine player perspective. Liannin, it's great to have you for this deep dive.
Happy to be here.
So let's start right at the beginning. How did you first come across Foundation Galactic Frontier?
Well, I actually found out about Foundation from the Future Games Show announcement. That was back in March of 2024. And then I just waited until my region was up for testing access.
Ah, okay. So you had to wait a bit.
Yeah.
But
once it was available, the rest is history.
The rest is history. I like that. So while you were waiting, what were you kind of picturing? What were your expectations for the game?
It's pretty much what I was expecting, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised with how graphically pretty things like Battle are. And also how much work has been done just to enhance the game in the last 6 months alone. It's quite a bit.
Right, the constant development.
Exactly. Is there more to do? Always, yeah. But it's nice to see that we, as players maybe, can make some positive impacts too.
That's great to hear. The visuals impressed you and that sense of ongoing improvement. So besides that, what aspects keep you hooked? What do you enjoy most?
I really like Prime Radiant and honestly, exploring.
Exploring?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun just exploring the maps when I first started. And I think it made it so easy to become really immersed in the world of Foundation Galactic Frontier.
That makes sense. Exploration definitely helps with immersion.
Yeah.
Does a general love for sci-fi also play into that for you? Were you already a fan of the genre?
Oh, big sci-fi fan. Yeah. I actually like the lower budget films, and I listen to certain podcasts. My streaming services keep me happy as well.
So you're well-versed in sci-fi then. What about the Foundation universe itself? Before the game, were you familiar with Asimov's books or maybe the TV show?
I never really read a lot of the series, I have to admit, but I do have a well-worn copy of Foundation's Edge on my bookshelf.
Oh, nice.
Had it since high school. And actually, I was about halfway through the show when I started playing the game.
Ah, interesting timing.
Yeah, it was a cool experience, seeing how certain characters popped up or getting a ship named after Demerzel. That was neat.
That connection must have been cool. So thinking about both sci-fi fans in general and maybe Foundation fans specifically, do you think this game hits the mark for them?
I think there's something for both, yeah. For fans of sci-fi and fans of Foundation. But, and this is important, they do have to be open to how FunPlus has imagined their contribution to the IP.
Right, it's their take on it.
Exactly. This isn't a game that strictly follows the universe of either the books or the show. It imagines its own story within both, The key thing is you are a traitor in the Foundation universe.
That's a really good point, placing the player right in the center of their own narrative within that established universe. Shifting gears to gameplay, where do you fall on the PvE versus PvP spectrum? Player versus environment or player versus player?
Oh, if the choice is between either PvE or PvP, well, that's like choosing between peanut butter and jelly. Or jam.
Huh. Okay, I see where this is going.
Right. You can have one without the other, sure, but they're just much better together. So yeah, I'm definitely a person who enjoys both PvE and PvP.
A balanced diet, gameplay-wise. So for players who maybe lean one way or the other, any specific recommendations? What's good PvE content in the game?
Okay, yeah. If someone enjoys PvE, they'll probably enjoy Defend the Trade route.
Defend the Trade route.
Yeah, it's a good guild event, has solid rewards, and it can also act as a test of your personal growth and even teamwork.
Sounds useful. And for the PvP crowd?
Well, for PvP, there's always the kill event. That's kind of the easy answer, I guess.
Right.
But we haven't seen it much in Server 1001 recently, but Disciple Hunting Grounds was an interesting feature when it was around, and of course there's always guild versus guild.
Right.
That culminates in a fun little PvP scrap at the end.
Seems like a solid mix then, covering both cooperation and competition. You clearly know your way around the game now. But how was it starting out? Was it easy to learn everything?
Oh gosh, it was really hard starting out actually, because no one really knew anything.
Right, early days. Trial by fire.
Pretty much. We had people like Araminos who did some A/B testing, which helped a bit.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, we just had to figure everything out through trial and error.
So what about now for new players? Are there been resources?
Oh, definitely. Now with the wiki that Araminos made and all the helpful players in our official Discord, plus the Encyclopedia Galactica that's actually in the game, there's just much more info available now. It benefits everyone.
That community effort sounds crucial. It leads nicely into thinking about the champions in the game. Do you have any personal favorites?
My favorite champions are Eva and Zora.
Eva and Zora. Okay, why them? Is it their abilities, their stats?
Not for any real functional reason, no. I mean, both are solid champions to have in a lineup, don't get me wrong. But for me, it's just because I really like both their stories and their personalities.
The lore and character aspect. That ties into the story. Did you get into the in-game storyline itself?
I got super into the storyline, actually. Yeah.
Oh, cool. What about it grabbed you?
I particularly liked falling into this this growing conflict and, standing on principles against tyranny. That resonated. And bonus points for working the meal in as well. That was cool.
Nice touch. Connecting back to the source material there. Now, being part of the community, especially as a mod, you must see some interesting dynamics. Any memorable stories or maybe guild drama?
Oh, gosh, drama. Well, I'm honestly terrible because I won't stir the pot, so to speak, but I will season it.
Season it? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely traded words with the leader of my last guild and probably left on bad terms, technically. But I don't have bad vibes toward anyone, really. I'm just kind of cheeky and outspoken sometimes. But at the end of the day, Server 1001 is my family. And, what family isn't a little dysfunctional sometimes?
That's a very diplomatic way of putting it.
Yeah.
Shows the bonds that form, even through disagreements. Thinking about the near future, then the global launch, what are your main hopes for when the game opens up to everyone?
For a global launch? I just really like to see people helping people,
Community focus again.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, as a player, I want the game to be its best available version, right?
Yeah.
With our bugs exterminated and everything running smoothly.
Of course.
But beyond that, I'd also just really like to see players coming together to help support and educate each other. I know Server 1001 would probably be more dead if we hadn't worked together to get where we are now. And I really hope others can relate to that and carry that kind of sentiment forward as the game grows.
That collaborative spirit seems really important to the experience you've described. Do you have any final thoughts or maybe a piece of advice for players, new or old?
I guess. Be the people you would want to meet.
Be the people you'd want to meet.
Yeah, what I mean is, imagine you're brand new to mobile gaming. Maybe you've never picked up one of these things in your life, right? And you download this game. What kind of person would you want to meet in that situation? Be that person.
That's powerful advice, actually. Pay it forward. Liannin, thank you so much for sharing all of that with us. Your experience, your insights. It's been a fantastic deep dive into Foundation Galactic Frontier from a truly dedicated player's perspective.
Thanks for having me.
And to you, our listener, we hope you enjoyed this look behind the scenes. Remember, for more details and maybe the full context of exchanges like this, you can often check out community hubs like the official Discord channel mentioned. We'll definitely be back with more deep dives into the topics you bring to us. And finally, a thought to leave you with, sparked by Liannin's points on community and the game's evolution. As Foundation Galactic Frontier grows, what kind of impact could you have? Whether you're jumping in fresh or you're already charting the stars, how might you shape the future of this corner of the galaxy? Something to consider.
Thanks for tuning in to Korell Chronicles, the Foundation Frontier series. We hope you enjoyed today's exploration of the gaming universe and gained valuable insights from our incredible guests. If you liked what you heard, please consider subscribing and leaving a comment. Your feedback helps us improve. Don't forget to follow us on social media, which you can find in the description of this video. We want to hear from you, so feel free to share your thoughts and suggestions. Join us next week as we continue our journey through the stars of Foundation, bringing you more stories, discussions, and insights from the heart of the game. Until then, keep exploring, stay curious, and remember, in the vast universe of gaming, every player has a story to tell. This is Sam Asovia, signing off from Korell Chronicles, where gaming comes to life.